With less than a week to go until the Game Awards, one of the biggest questions on a lot of people's minds is what the heck is gonna get revealed at this year's show? How's it going, guys? Mike here, and after a few weeks worth of a break, I am officially back, and we gotta talk about these Game Awards because based off of what I'm seeing on social media, things are ramping up to make this a show worth remembering. First of all, we know next to nothing about what's gonna get revealed this year, aside from the only game that's been confirmed being Exodus, a sci-fi action RPG from Archetype Entertainment and Wizards of the Coast that features Matthew McConaughey in a very prominent role. However, speculation has been kicked into overdrive this week because of a mysterious tease that came via the social media accounts of Game Awards host Geoff Keighley, and he posted this. Whatever this image is, it has the comments regal, inspiring, and thickness to it, which can be some kind of code or hint. What's even more interesting is a couple of dedicated fans actually decoded a couple of coordinates posted on Keighley's social media and traced this to the Mojave Desert. They went there and they found some kind of weird demonic statue with some kind of eye in the middle of like these 7 black tendrils, and no one really knows what this means. I mean, a lot of people think it could be related to Saros or Lords of the Fallen 2. I'd highly doubt it, especially because these games have already been announced. Saros has a launch date, but Lords of the Fallen 2 doesn't, but that doesn't really mean much to this. However, some people think it could relate to Elder Scrolls, a new God of War game, or the biggest possibility, something Diablo 4 related, which I'm a little mixed on. First of all, the God of War references make sense, because if you look very closely at the image Keighley tweeted, it contains a crocodile, which could be reminiscent of the Egyptian goddess Ammit, which kind of makes sense, and also one of the armor pieces on this bears a striking resemblance to a piece of equipment from God of War 2018 and God of War Ragnarok. Elder Scrolls, I don't think is going to get posted. The only reason I'm saying that is because it's only been a couple years since Starfield came out, and knowing Bethesda, they're going to take a while with Elder Scrolls, especially since they said that's the priority once Starfield's officially launched. Diablo 4, a lot of people are thinking this could be Geoff Keighley overhyping something related to Diablo. Although, ever since Vessel of Hatred came out, the game's been slowly dying off, and honestly, it's been kind of dead for a while. Maybe it's a Diablo 5 tease. I would highly doubt it, just because it doesn't seem like a game that a lot of people would be excited about, especially those who aren't Blizzard fans. But there's a theory I've been seeing on social media relating to another possibility, and that is maybe it's a FromSoftware tease. Now, before I get into this, I should also note that since this tease came out, a couple of gaming experts, insiders, and journalists have come forward saying they claim they know what this is. One of them that I want to highlight is Jason Schreier from Kotaku, who said, quote, that this isn't Diablo 4, but it's a good one. Okay, what exactly does that mean? Does this mean that we're getting a reveal that's so big that no one's expecting it? It's going to be a good thing? I will say, if it is FromSoftware, it does make a lot of sense. First of all, FromSoftware has had a lot of projects in the works for a while. For next year, their biggest game is going to be the Duskbloods, which will be a Switch 2 exclusive. But according to another insider, they have another mysterious game that the insider referred to as, quote, FMC, that is supposedly a multi-platform game that's in the advanced stages of development. Whether this is a Souls-like or something Armored Core related or a new IP, we don't know. But it would make sense to be a Souls-like, because if you look at the calendars, Dark Souls Trilogy, Bloodborne, Sekiro, even Elden Ring, all those games came out at least 3 to 4 years apart, which is pretty standard for a gaming development cycle, but if you look at it, it's been about 3 to 4 years since Elden Ring launched, as of 2026. This year basically marks 3 years, so we could potentially be getting a new Souls-like next year. Whether it's a remaster of another game like Dark Souls, or maybe a sequel, or new game entirely, we do not know. But it's very plausible that this could be a FromSoft tease, especially because this does kind of match their vibe. Also, did I mention that the statue lights up at night? I mean, it makes sense, and it's kind of funny how one of the aspects of this statue bears a striking resemblance to Radagon's seal from Elden Ring. So Maybe it's an Elden Ring tie-in. I honestly don't know. Either way, it couldn't be Elden Ring 2 because Miyazaki said that apparently Elden Ring 2 isn't being made, although Fan Man could impact that. Who knows? But we'll have to wait and see what happens. Another big possibility, as far as reveals with the Game Awards, is that Santa Monica Studios and PlayStation could reveal something. I mean, Sony just celebrated a milestone in the form of its 30th anniversary this year, so it's only fitting that they reveal more new games. I mean, we did get confirmation that Wolverine is launching next year along with Saros, but what about 2027 and 2028? Now, just a disclaimer, I don't think we're going to see Intergalactic the Heretic Prophet. The reason being is because, according to Bloomberg, the game is still a couple years off from launch, and there have already been reports that it's not planning to make an appearance. I mean, this is a new IP from Naughty Dog, the first one in a couple years, so they're probably going to take their time with it. But Santa Monica Studios has been working on a new game for a while. They've had mysterious job listings, whether it's God of War, a new IP, or maybe an older PlayStation IP being brought back. We do not know yet. But it's possible that they could reveal their next game at the Game Awards. I even heard rumors about Jak and Daxter. I'd highly doubt that's the case because Sony hasn't touched that series in years, but I would love to see Jak and Daxter. I mean, that's a game that Sony needs to bring back, and it's up there with titles like Sly Cooper and Infamous, so please, Sony, make it happen. But there have been rumors and a couple leaks, including a strange image that supposedly is real, could be from Game Awards rehearsal of a possible God of War remake, or maybe some new God of War game. Whether it's a remake, a new game set in Egypt, or an Atreus spin-off, we don't know, but we'll have to wait till December 11th to find out. I will say Egypt will be cool, and it's been highly requested by the fan base. Even Christopher Judge, the guy who plays Kratos, said he wanted to do an Egyptian game. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens, but I feel like PlayStation is going to show something at this year's Game Awards. Now, as far as games that we know about that don't have release dates yet, Onimusha Way of the Sword, I feel like we'll get a release date because they have done so much marketing for that at past Game Awards affiliated events like Gamescom and Summer Game Fest, and they've also had other events like PlayStation and Xbox showcases that have showed gameplay. So I think it's only imminent that we get a release date there. Another game that a lot of people are excited about is Phantom Blade Zero. Basically, this game has already been confirmed to be getting a release window very soon for quite a while, because during a trailer that aired earlier this year, Sony basically said that the release date was coming sometime this year, unless they meant maybe March of next year, which is the end of PlayStation's fiscal year. Either way, I am personally very excited for this one, and hopefully we will get some kind of release date with this. Other games that could make an appearance include Pragmata. That's another big title. Maybe we'll get some more gameplay info on Neo 3 or Code Vein 2. I mean, those are two games that Sony's been wanting to talk about for a while. And there are other games that definitely fit on this radar that definitely could be shown. I will say one publisher we will probably not see a lot of announcements from, and that's Nintendo. In past years, from what I've noticed, Nintendo hasn't really been known to make a lot of big announcements since the Switch era, but they've also shown off games like Bayonetta Origins. It would be super cool if they did show a Mario game for the 40th anniversary. I mean, the Galaxy movie is coming out next year. You also have the Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 port. And I am hearing some speculation, even from some of my coworkers, that Nintendo could be gearing up to reveal Galaxy 3 or a new 3D Mario game, so we'll have to wait and see what happens. But either way, what gets revealed is anyone's guess. I'm really excited for the Game Awards, and I'm definitely going to be streaming it next week. More information is going to follow. But seriously, guys, I want to hear your thoughts. What do you guys think of this year's Game Awards? Do you think anything got snubbed from the nominees list? What reveals are you excited to see? And what is this mysterious tease that Geoff Keighley's talking about? Or what do you think it is? Let me know in the comments section below, and be sure to subscribe, click the notification bell so you're up to date every time a new video is posted, and be sure to give this video a thumbs up so YouTube shares it with more people. Until then, thanks for watching, you guys. I will see you at the Game Awards. We'll be posting some information on the stream very soon, so stay tuned.